Hey there, everybody. How's it going? I want to thank all of you for helping us reach over 1,500 subscribers recently. It truly means a lot. There's going to be one video per week for a while again. I don't really mean to do that. I need my Mondays through Wednesdays to do stuff for pretty much tidying up the property, moving stuff, organization on car parts, everything, organizing stuff for where I'm going to make a temporary type of tent for the next couple years, whatever, to make the steel reproduction bodies, move things. I also need to put up siding on the storage garage back behind us. People are actually, I'll answer this from questions recently. How come we don't use that? Well, that's a storage unit. It's there's no room to work on anything. The Model A, the Model T used to be sitting in there, but after some things have happened and transpired within the past couple years, had to be turned to a storage unit. So I need time to clean up stuff, move things, get rid of wood. I also still need to cut up those stupid tree trunks, haul them off, flatten off that ground. So I gotta have more room back there to take stuff off the frame, because as I have the twin sister cars over there, Tucker's Galaxy and my Mercury, to take off the frame. Still need to take Jeanette, or Dad's Bonneville, off its frame, along with Cherry Bomb Victoria, and also make room for the 58 Biscayne to modify that a little bit, get that out of the way so that way it's not clustered right there. Move this, move that, and. So I hope everyone's understanding that there will be one video per week for a while. Maybe at least for the rest of the winter, I'm not sure, so that way I can have more time during the week in order to work on, the Cadillac. I've also decided that if things go south, I'll just put the cars to the side. They'll just pop off the frame for a while and just focus on the Cadillac all winter long. And then we're also along with working on the Cyclone GT in the spring and all that stuff. It's real life, so just giving you all a heads up, and I'd like to communicate with you guys and ladies more. So it's pretty much everything in a nutshell. I hope you all understand, because I need a lot of time on my hands to organize things for at least a good couple weeks again. Just a one-man army. So thank you very much for understanding that. And now let's get to the actual video here. I'm going to kind of turn this into a long video. I'm going to kind of toss away the format to 10 to 15 minutes and just make these random of whatever. So going to compare things. I'm also going to work on this just a tiny bit. Try to split it right here, see what's going on. Because right here is a body line that I found. It's the same thing on both sides. Right here. And it's also the same way too on the Cadillac. I never quite noticed this before. Same thing right there. And right there's the gap for the lip. Will be the same way over here. So I will actually cut this a little differently than I planned. But I still plan on cutting it, down right here and going over. But we'll go into comparison in just a moment. Because looks like the body line's also along right here too. Should grab my gloves. Yes, here we go. Well, I was a little off. You can see this right here. That's the body line that they welded together. So kind of get that off here. So pretty much in a nutshell of how that's set on. Pretty much the gap right there from right here. So pretty much what I'll do is this weekend I'll grab a cheap piece of wood and I'll make ribs. I'll kind of level this car out. I'll show everyone how to level this car out, or at least your project, in order to work on stuff properly. And I'll also make a flat surface, kind of, well, I guess kind of even it up to how this roof will be. I'll have to figure out how to at least make a decent wooden rib support, because I'll go certain length on down into the back in order to contour that one to match this. And if this doesn't quite work out, it's no big deal. I can actually get a giant sheet metal in town from that shop, and I can actually make my own. But they also offered that if I can actually bring in a pattern, or they send somebody out, they can make something off of this. So it's actually kind of good that I know that they can make something, you know, from whatever pattern from this. Be a little costly, but you know what? I mean, it is what it is. I'll have something made from scratch, and even possible better quality than whatever minerals and materials that they use to create that metal for that Cadillac's roof. And I forgot my stupid chalk line. So there's not much. This is gonna be kind of like a comparison video, because people asked about this, and I've been very busy yesterday and this morning, so I'm just going to use this to do light work on this, and then comparing up to the Cadillac. Now people will say, it's like, oh, you can't use that roof, can't use that roof. It's like nonsense. There's a lot of meat still on this roof, and the meat that I'm referring to is the metal. Now that has a little bit of a bigger hump, I understand that, but this has a very similar hump as well. As you kind of compare, yeah, they're not the best straightened up, but looks like both on the same side. As looks like about right here is where things still kind of change off to the fastback. And there's still a lot of meat back here too that I can mess with, but I have to be careful because I don't know if I can actually fully use this roof or not. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It'll still be like patch metal for other cars and everything, you know, whatever gauge that I can use the same as this. There's really no big loss because this, y'all know how I hate getting stuff for free. Well, guess what? I got this for free. I offered to pay $1 for it, and my relative said no. He says it goes to the car, you need it. Because of how you're speeding forward on working on the Cadillac shortly, you're going to need it. There was a 46 Chevrolet over there, but someone already got to it before me. And there's also an issue that has kind of come up. Now, the 46, like Big Blue Betty that I showed, same exact thing as the Cadillac, but this is a 41. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. You can see from right there to right here. So I can always modify this, you know, to match this over here, but I don't know about the hinges just yet. I gotta do proper measurements, which I might do that here shortly just to hold it up to this side. But skeletal structure on this is pretty much the same darn thing up in the front. So I kind of get underneath here. Is there stickers down here? Nope. The skeletal structure from that side over to here, which is this lip, is just a tad bit bigger, but nothing too severe. It won't mess up anything on the Cadillac, but it will work over. I also have proper window seals from both sides. I want to take out both windows without them breaking into a million pieces. Put them in styrofoam, because then I could use these as a pattern, go to some glass shop, and they can cut me some new windows. I actually want them at least lightly tinted to a legal standpoint here in the state. So the dash, that will be a spare for one of Tucker's cars, or at least for Big Blue Betty for something. This was a 3-speed, but I was thinking about turning the Cadillac into a 4-speed, but it's like, you know what, I'll just keep it into an automatic cruiser. Now, I can actually get up here. There we go. Now, on the door seal, I need to get this skin off. This will probably be a project for Thursday and Friday. After I get this off, this will be a project for Thursday, and then this right here will be for Friday to split it, skin it, and get it off the skeletal structure, at least if I can try. Because if I split it just so far enough, like right here when it's still flat on both sides, and get rid of this contour, this right here matches up to that of the Cadillac. Now I thought, I was like, oh, you know, remember me saying, it's like, yeah, I'll have to build my own. This donor car was not expected. It's going to skip a lot of steps, a whole heck of a lot of steps. I'll have to treat this like a chop top, but of course it's not going to be a chop top, but treat it as such as a chop top, you know, to put them together, reinforce things, and just put it on the other side of the car. And as I stated in the other video on Sunday, yes, I did screw up on this right here. I should have saved more of the post, but that's okay. I'll actually have to build something for right there, so not much of a loss, because the contour of the door, as you can see, is kind of right there, but we can see it more over right here on this door. Now the difference is between the Chevy and this, the 41 to the 42, is this lip right here. I think I pointed this out on Sunday's video. You know, just take this and just kind of flatten it, so it's no really big deal. But looks like down to about, well, looks like about right there on each one. Of course, take off the chrome, fill in the holes as needed. Looks like about right there, the cut. Of course, cut down right here. And a lot of this stuff right here, I'll have to replace with this door. They're slightly different from one another, but not quite. But as you can see, have plenty of meat to fix the Cadillac door. So pretty much it's kind of cut right here and right there, and probably someplace along right here, but I'll also have to skin this section too in order for that to go on. But I'll probably work on the doors and the spring, because I mainly want to get the body done and going, so that way the body is secure, so that way I can get it off the frame and start working on the frame and fix that blowtorch cut area. I'm going to reinforce the frame through and through, but yeah, if all else fails, what I'm probably going to end up doing is probably put a 472 in this, because the L8Ts are getting a little too expensive. So I'll just get something out like a 70s Cadillac and modernize it to that. Give a little bit of horsepower, cammer, nothing too biggie. And guys, you know, it's going to be a drive around car, stuff like that. I would love to modernize it through and through from with a new Cadillac, but that may never happen. So on this side, well, there's really nothing to kind of quite use. But I'm still going to keep things on this side, especially for that door. Handles are actually different. This one's more kind of like a rib, and this one's actually flat. So of course I'll use stuff on this one as much as I can, and I actually got a sticker in my stupid shoe. Isn't that lovely? We got a lot of goat heads out here that I kind of missed. So kind of wish I would have had that 46, but someone beat me to it, because that was actually going to be a free thing, but someone wanted it. It was sinking down into the body, and it's like, okay, if you want to mess with it, you can mess with it, not a big deal. So a lot of the stuff on this side, this section right here is going to fix the door. This right here, I'll probably use some of this to fix the other side, but there's not really quite much, so I definitely am going to have to make a pattern on this side, flip it, and go from there. I gotta get a gauge tester, and I gotta cut off the skeletal structure on this side, and then see what the gauge is, and then just kind of weld it onto this side. Some of this I may actually take off, which I find the factory tack welds, because it's just a top support right here. I got to figure out how these actually come off. There's really no clear indication as to how these things pop off, not even on that side. So if anyone knows how these old handles, you know, pop off, please let me know down in the comment section. So all in all, I'll pretty much skin this, cut it up so far, like I said, right here. But I'll skin that one. I'll get that off first, so that way I could have the roof, and then kind of flip it over, get that off, and save this skeletal side, cut it to what I need it, put it over on this side, and just form everything together. So I'm gonna put this camera down now. Oh, by the way, some guy back in the day left me some of the hood and fender bolts and everything. A lot of them are actually kind of almost no good. I'll still keep them back, but as you can see right here, someone's writing, and someone that's passed on. It's a 41 Chevy, hood and fenders, 41 Chev. I'm gonna put this stuff back in and keep it back, because someone's loved one once wrote that. So I'm gonna put this camera down. I'm going to start trying to split some of this on both sides with the, with this little rain catcher, and just kind of see what happens in honesty. Because right here's the body line too, which I'll trim it up on both sides. I don't know if I got it too high on this side. No, I got it almost just about the same height. So window's different. This is lower, that one's higher. But I'm just gonna see what I can make of this, onto that. I'll definitely have to add some metal onto it, but I mean, hey, I can't complain too much, because a free car section, which will help build a lot of the skeletal structure on the right side, and a roof for whatever else. So I'm gonna put the camera down now and start pounding away and see if I can't split this a little bit. Oh, you're stuck like that, huh? Okay. Oh, she wants to fight, so I'll put the camera down now and see what I can get done. Well, the Chevy's built a little different than the Cadillac. Of course, I'm not too surprised. Kind of, popping it apart and trying to go slowly. I'll work on the other side and everything else on Thursday and Friday. But, this darn thing keeps wanting to bite me. So, trying to get it out, see how it is, so that way once it's out, I can cut it on the body line and do the same thing on the other side, because I want to at least get this entire section off, over right here before I take the top off. So, might do a custom job, or at least something from here over to the other side. I'm still trying to debate on that, because he's got other 46s down there that are really screwed up. So in the next couple weeks I'll go and take a look. But I noticed something that's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. As well, I never noticed this before, and I'm kind of an idiot, as you all know. Because look what I'm messing with. But it's split right here. I should have paid attention beforehand. I can actually take this out, all of this right here, and make a pattern for this side. But I can also customize this to be a little bit deeper, more sturdier for a new electrical window setup. So that's an option right there. Because this kind of goes down to the lip right there, and it holds the skin and such onto it. So yeah, I got a deal right here that I could actually split and take this entire section off, and make a pattern, flip it over for this side. And since I don't have no bead rollers or anything, I'll actually have to put like a metal bar and some sort of press or a wooden thing and hammer it out. So yeah, I was just kind of sitting down taking a break, and I just kind of looked back, because a wasp was bothering me, and sure enough I found that. Still don't know what this is for. I think it's probably a rear light of some sorts, but if anyone knows what those switches are, let me know, because I had one on this side too, and I just need just put a hole in the bottom of the car. It's a bad spot anyways. Yeah, got a new hole. happens. Well, again, apologies for this video. Kind of being half and half. Was busy on Monday and Tuesday morning. At Thursday and Friday, you know, I'll work on this more throughout the week. Well, at least the end of the week, I should say, and then have my Mondays and Wednesdays off so I could do yard work, get rid of those stupid tree stumps and organize everything, because I need stuff prepared before winter, because it's going to be an extremely awful winter. Because our neighbors to the north actually already got snow, 4 inches of snow. And the state down here, yeah, we're not ready for snow just yet, because I still got stuff to organize and pick up. So yeah, as you can see. So anyhow, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're not after no money in any way, shape, or form. No donations, PayPal, you know, Patreon, the memberships. We're just after subscribers. Shop will be coming next year, and we want to earn our keep with our own hands to have the stuff that we make and create that's related to the car channel and on all the other channels. I'll split more of this on Thursday and Friday, strip the shell and see what I can actually get done and kind of go from there. So you all have a good now. Take care and stay safe. See you later, and thanks again for the support.